Hi, everyone. On the surface, today seemed like a good session for the stock market. We'll take a look at the NASDAQ first. The NASDAQ was only down 0.06%, but volume was heavier than the day before, and we closed lower than where we opened. After what looked like to be a very strong gap up in the morning, we didn't gap up that much, and we didn't do anything from there on out. Actually closing near the lows. It wasn't horrible, but it wasn't good either. And underneath, my scans weren't that nice. My long positions actually looked relatively very weak compared to the market. And I believe it is time to pull back. Let's go and actually look at this. Look at my MACD down here. It is at very, very, very overbought levels, very, very overbought levels, and TSV has now raced up to overbought levels. This makes going long here extremely risky. NASDAQ 100, once again, at extreme overbought levels, unlike that it has seen in quite a few years, and TSV is running up to the overbought levels too. Same here with the Russell 2000. Once again, you can see going back to 2010, we've never been so overbought in MACD with TSV there. The S&P 500, similar situation, extremely overbought TSV, MACD. Dow Jones Industrial Average also getting there, overbought on the MACD and TSV. My stochastics, like I showed you before, they are all overbought. They're all above the 90 to 95 range, and they are slowly starting to roll over. And with some of them with the short-term trailing moving averages of the different stochastics that I look at that I don't have here, I follow them on freestockcharts.com on some different tabs. I should throw them all into one tab and be able to switch back, so I'll do that later on, so my apologies to that, but we can just move all the stochastics over here. You will see that they are all overbought, and they are all now rolling over below their trailing moving averages, and my slow stochastics, like I said, have that look like they're about ready to roll over. So with all that being said, it's time to be careful. Now, today we have some full sells. ILMN is a full sell. My sell stop was triggered, which was below 187.20. So I am completely out of ILM already, but that is a full sell. BITA also triggered my final sell stop, which was below 77.15. So that is a full sell also. BITA has failed its 50-day moving average bounce. And the CALM got a shitty fill with the 50-day moving average bounce up at 44.60. Big failure today. It didn't hit my safety sell stop was actually right here below these lows here. 41.52 would have been where the safety was. So since it didn't hit it, it hasn't been fully sold off yet, but now it is a full sell, especially since it's acting this way post-split. So not good overall. And then today, why sell stops are important on the books. ATHM, I knew it had earnings, but damn it, I don't really know what these things are going to do. Probably what I should have done is put a quarter of these at least at break even. But I was basically already break even for my entry because my entry was basically 50.75. Closed yesterday is 50.19. But today it crashed below 44.08. My final, my last sell stop, I do believe, was below the 47. Yeah, 85 of, so 47.84 was where my final sell stop would have been at. But ATHM, if you're not out of it, full sell. Also, YY has triggered a 50% reversal signal. It should not have reversed like that right after the long signal without producing a gain. 81.14 close is above where the open is, but the heavier volume reversal, earnings coming up, we'll get rid of half of it now before it gets worse, especially with the market looking like it needs to pull back. INFU also could be topping out, but it's still above all key moving average, so this is only going to be a 25% sell with it closing below the 10-day moving average. And PTX, stick save at the end to keep it above the 20-day moving average, preventing a 50% sell. I'll go ahead and sell 25% of it, and now it's time to move up the sell stop. So now I think I had I even had like a lower sell stop here at like 892. The lowest I'll let this thing trade is 899. This thing will not be allowed to trade at 899. If it does, we'll be completely out of PTX because we've been long in it long enough that it should have moved higher by now. No good. And then ERA also 25% sell. Thought it was going to be way more, but it held above the 50-day move or 20-day moving average, presenting a 50% sell, closing below the 10-day moving average on heavier volume. So we'll lock in some small gains with that signal sell today on ERA. The potential long. Also, we're going to have to raise up sell stops, by the way, on CE and X. I don't like how it's even pulling back there. So my suggestion is final sell stop is at 2604. This thing, if it trades at 2604, it will completely trigger a full sell. LDL, going to have to start raising stops on this one. Not quite sure yet. It's still early. SLXP, I know for a fact, no matter what, 138.86 is going to be a hard sell stop on at least 75% of that position, if not all of it. I believe SLXP should have moved up by now, so it probably will be all of it. And then speculative CTHR. Time to raise up sell stops on that before it gets negative. The only stocks I was interested in tonight, CAVM, bouncing off of its 50-day moving average, below average volume. BOP actually decreased from the day before, which is the opposite of NXPI. Here's another example of why I know it's time to call back new long positions. NXPI gave me a signal yesterday. Weak signal, didn't take it. It was up 5% today. Also, IBN gave me a signal yesterday. Thought it was too extended, didn't take it. It was up today. Melly, figured that one was the good one because of the post-earnings, and that one was down today. Tells me my stock picker is off, so we're going to hold off. But these were the ones that are interesting me. CAVM, not taking it though, but it is building a right side of the base, so we'll see if it can build a handle. QTWO, another pocket pivot point signal right at the 50-day moving average. I would think that the only way that that would have been viable is if it would have closed above 1509. 1507 makes it close, but it's also closing lower than where it opened, so it is a no-go signal. And then the only other two was WIX. Excellent BOP volume price surge. I absolutely love a move like that, but I don't like that it came off its intraday highs of 18 to close at 1769. Would have needed to close around 1775, 1780 minimum, and the ideal entry would have been a close above 1778. If it would have closed at 1779, I'm pretty sure I would have poked Wix because I love price BOP and volume surges like you're looking at right here. So Wix is on watch, and then the only other potential was BLT. Excellent move. This is actually buyable if it closes higher than where it opens. However, as you can see over here, open 1565, close 1560. That negates this signal for me. However, if you want to take it, it is a pretty good signal out there. What I'm thinking and hoping is that, yeah, this early pocket pivot point signal might work. Kind of a decent quality stock, but I'm wanting this to maybe move up a little bit more, handle out, consolidate, then build a handle and break out or some sort of consolidation pattern. Right now, I just don't want to take it because the market is extremely overbought. I have some long-term overbought oscillators rolling over from extremely overbought conditions. So I think it's just time to hold off on new longs. It's even BLT here is risky. And one of the things I do see in this stock since that move started is that since it's gotten above the 50-day moving average, close lower than where it opened, close lower than where it opened, close lower than where it opened, close lower than where it opened. So even though it's accumulation, it might be hidden distribution, even though I doubt it based on the weekly chart, but it is something to consider. Thank you.